Welcome to Lakota West High School, this evening's girls varsity basketball game between visiting Northeast Bushrangers and your Lakota West Firebirds. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and join us for our national anthem.
And we are live from Lakota West High School with an intercontinental battle here tonight between your Lakota West Firebirds and the visiting Northeastern Bushrangers from Australia here tonight in Westchester. These girls Firebirds, they've been killing it all year long here at Lakota West, and they got a tough one here tonight. These Northeastern Bushrangers coming out of Australia, I mean, we don't have many stats on them, but you can tell just by looking at them in warm-ups, it is going to be no easy feat for these Firebirds to take them on here tonight.
It's going to be a fun game. As you said, we're not going to have a lot of stats to tell you guys or to preview about these girls, but we're expecting them to come out strong, and they're from Australia, so they're coming here with their best.
Of course, you don't just come to tour America for 3 weeks with just a couple of guys. I mean, all these teams, they're going to be competitive games here tonight. Of course, this game, part of a doubleheader. The guys teams, the varsity competition will be just a few hours later. Tip-off around 7:30 Eastern time here in the United States. Taking a look at this girls team, though, I mean, as we mentioned, they've been great all year long as they take their march out onto the court here. One of the freshmen that has been killing it all year long would be Katie Fox, the freshman who is second in the GMC in assists per game, averaging 3.6. What can you say about a player like her in a game like this?
Well, obviously, she's not selfish with the ball. If she has that many assists in a game, she's going to be when she drives to the basket, she's going to be looking for other players, not just the hoop. She's going to be looking around for players to give them a good opportunity for an easy shot to get those easy points. And we'll definitely see that tonight against this very tough Australian team.
And, of course, she does lead the team in assists per game, but also in points per game, 11.3. But aside from Katie Fox, who else do you think are going to be those players that the Firebirds try and get the ball here tonight?
Well, obviously, Sydney Williams is going to be one of those key components. She's had a couple really, really good games, and we are looking forward to see that in this game also.
Yeah, of course, last time we were out here for a girls' game against Hamilton, Sydney Williams putting up 20 points in that performance Friday night. As we are just moments away from tip-off here, let's go ahead and take a look at the starting five down on the floor for both of these teams. First, starting with the Bushrangers. Out there to start, it'll be number 1, Remy Nicholas, out there along with Elizabeth Murphy, Felicity Camplin, Jess Freeman, and Neem Moylan for the Bushrangers. And taking a look at the 5 for the Firebirds, it'll be number 3, Jada Nielsen, number 11, Caroline Bailiff, number 15, Madison Parker, number 23, Lily Johnson, and number 32, Katie Fox, who we talked plenty about in the pregame. A lot of those freshmen on this team having a large impact in this club's role so far early on in this season, as the tip-off will be taken by the freshman Fox. Gets it to Parker in the corner early. The early 2 will fall. Parker starts 1 for 1, and so the Firebirds up 2-0 early over the Bushrangers.
Well, we saw that last game with the JV boys that this Australian team came out firing really quick, and this Lakota West girls saw that and came right out of the bat.
Under the rim there, lots of contact coming from Madison Parker, and it looks like Elizabeth Murphy will be headed to the line for the Bushrangers. That'll be the first foul of the ball game. Lakota West with their first. First shot from the line will be up and good for Murphy. Second shot will find the rim as well. 2-2 after the free throws there, as we see tight defense there from Remy Nicholas for the Bushrangers. It will be out on the Bushrangers, so Caroline Bailiff will take the throw in here, and she finds fellow freshman Katie Fox.
Well, she's going to want to slow this tempo of the game down and try to find an easy shot here for this Lakota West team.
First time out is a very quick 2-point basket for Madison Parker, as the 3 will fall there. Doesn't need to touch the rim. Caroline Bailiff starts 1 for 1 from beyond the arc.
Beautiful shot. She got open in transition and wide open.
Out of the rim, it's Murphy, no good. That'll be Bailiff, who just took down the triple. Being able to get that ball under the rim there. A turnover, great defense in the paint for Lakota West. As we see Katie Fox with this one in the corner, gets it back out to Bailiff. Here goes Fox, the drive, passes it back out to the freshman Nielsen, and it will be out off of the Bushrangers.
This Bushrangers team has looked very solid when it comes to lockdown defense when it gets down near the paint. What they're going to try to do is this Lakota West team is really good outside of the box, so we'll see if they can close that down.
We saw Lily Johnson on the tall jumper there, will not go. Back up at the top here, it's Madison Parker. Parker with it to the wing, now back up to Bailiff. Bailiff loses it for a moment there. Katie Fox able to come up with it. Lots of ball movement early on in this game for Lakota West. There's Johnson with the drive, no good. And it looks like we may see a jump ball here, and indeed we will off of the tie-up. The possession arrow will start with the Bushrangers, so it will be Northeast Bushranger ball. The possession arrow will take a switch to the Firebirds' favor. That'll be Jess Freeman here to start with this one for the Bushrangers. And we see tight defense. Madison Parker gets a hand on it. Loose ball. Firebirds looked like they had a quick opportunity there. Great defensive movement. Stops a potential break attempt as Bailiff will not be able to sink that one. Goes up and over the rim. As it continues to be a back and forth defensive battle on these last few possessions. As Parker once again gets a hand on it. Avoids the jump ball there. Able to find the freshman Fox, who has it poked from her. And great call from Parker to fall on that one. She didn't need the possession arrow, though, as she finds Fox, who goes up and drains it, and she will also find the foul line. So a potential three-point play on the way after the and one on Katie Fox.
Well, as much as we talk about the assists of Katie Fox, she can also score, going up tough and finish in early.
Speaking of freshmen, Sydney Williams will take a trot out onto the floor in place of Madison Parker. As we get a quick whistle here, and it looks like we will have a quick timeout, so we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be right back in just a few moments. And we are back after the break here from Lakota West. The timeout charge to the Northeast Bushrangers. We'll see Katie Fox set the line for a potential three-point play after she sunk a layup while being fouled. So with 5:33 remaining in the first, it is currently 7-2 Firebirds, now 8-2 with the help of number 32, Katie Fox. You see a deep pass there into the corner, finds Remy Nicholas. She passes it right back out. Quick layup attempt will not fall for Elizabeth Murphy. Pass there now out to the wing. Again, tight defense from the Firebirds as somebody pokes that ball loose. Lily Johnson will be able to find Sydney Williams on the pass back in as the Firebirds continue rolling. Here's Johnson out to Bailiff in the corner now. No good on a potential three-point assist there from Lily Johnson as the Bushrangers will come up with the rebound. They start driving down. Great defense in the interior there for Sydney Williams. And that will be a turnover forced by Lakota West. Sydney Williams getting in that paint, doing a great job preventing an easy two.
Well, on the other side, on offense, they also look really good. Finding the right passes to the right people. Just some of these shots aren't falling, but we saw it early that they were falling. So
we'll see. It'll be Katie Fox with it up at the top, able to find the junior Lily Johnson. Pass across the floor will be tipped by a Bushranger. Looked like that was Neem Moylan who got a hand on it there, and it will be called Firebirds ball out of bounds. Taking a look at things so far, 8-2 in this ball game. You mentioned the offensive firepower has been out to play. What do you think the difference has been in this game? We've seen a high-power offensive attack that we haven't seen in a while as the three will not fall there.
Well, we've seen a lot of really good defense from Lakota West, a lot of shutdown defense on the top of the arc and in the box, which I really think has set these two teams apart. These Rangers have done a very good job in the box, but not as much on the arc.
We see Fox with the pass in here, finds Jaden Nielsen. Now to the junior Johnson up at the top. The three-pointer from the wing for Katie Fox will just fall short. As we see that one go out of bounds, and the Bushrangers will come up with the basketball. Bounce pass it in here to Elizabeth Murphy. Murphy in double coverage here. Pass gets tipped. Bailiff nearly able to come up with it. Deep pass there for the Bushrangers. Go up for two. Will not have it. Millie Evans on that shot. As we will see the jump ball called there. Strong start once again on the defensive side of the basketball.
We're going to see a high press from these Bushrangers right here. See if Lakota West can break it. That's a long, deep ball to Katie Fox.
Fox with some moves to the inside, goes up, and she will be fouled. That'll be 2 shots from the line, 3 and 4 on the day for Katie Fox. That'll be the 3rd foul called on the Bushrangers. Elizabeth Murphy with the contact in the paint there, as Katie Fox will not find her 3rd shot as that bounces for a couple moments on the rim. Heading into today at the line, Katie Fox shooting 83.3%. She looks for the Firebirds' 9th point of the day here, coming with 4:27 remaining in the first quarter.
I think these Bushrangers, if they get the ball here, they're going to try to get in transition really quick, as they have been. A couple passes down to the corner, and they're already within shooting range.
See the pass there, deep ball intercepted by Sydney Williams as she comes up with the defensive turnover. Here goes Williams making a move to the inside, gets tied up a bit. Bailiff with the 3-point shot, and it will not fall once again, just shy, as we've seen a couple of 3 balls come up short on the day, as Lily Johnson gets 2 hands on that one, and now Bailiff right back with the ball.
One of the things that these Bushrangers are doing is trying to get this deep ball all the way across the floor to one of their teammates, but it's not really working at the moment. These Lakota West girls on defense have been shut down.
Bailiff takes that pass there from the floor, and she's able to put it right back up for 2 points. We'll be looking at an 11-2 ball game, as Bailiff will get her 5th points of the day to fall. This one under the rim, no good. There will be a foul called on the freshman Bailiff. Foul from Bailiff there will be the Firebirds' 2nd of the day. Looking at the foul column, it'll be 3 for the Bushrangers, 2 for the Firebirds. As from the line, shot 1 will not go for Millie Evans. We will see Caitlin Barber make her way out onto the floor in place of Caroline Bailiff. The sophomore Barber has been one of the better Firebirds coming off the bench in her appearances so far this year. Has also made a couple starts here. She will have this one on the wing, fakes a couple of passes. Barber able to find Fox on the bounce pass. Fox with another 3-ball attempt, and this one will fall. 14-2 Lakota West as they continue to stay on a roll. And now here's Johnson, the breakaway off the turnover. No good. Fox will hit that one off of a Bushranger, so it will stay West ball under the basket.
One thing I love about Caitlin Barber is that if you watch this game and then watch the varsity game, her brother plays a lot like her. They play a lot like each other, and it's really cool to see.
We see Fox here making a drive to the rim, and that will fall after quite a bit of contact. No foul called, of course. And I did mention Christopher Barber, brother of Caitlin. We will see him in just a few moments as part of the varsity game here for Lakota West, as that will be a forced turnover. And it looks like we'll have a quick substitution here for Lakota West, as we will see that will be the freshman Jada Nielsen off in place of number 31, the senior Star Owens. Of course, Christopher Barber and that boys varsity team, I know they're looking forward to this game, as we see the 3-ball from Sydney Wilson will not go, recovered by Lily Johnson, the junior. Lots of anticipation for that match as another 3 from Williams. This one overshot, will not fall. Owens with the rebound here. Of course, Johnson makes a drive there. She'll be fouled on the way up. But going back to that guys game, a lot of people have been looking forward to that one. A tough loss to district rival Lakota East just a few days ago on Friday. And I know Nathan Dudukovic, the star of this Lakota West basketball team, did not do very great and even got some overrated chants from the Lakota East student section. I mean, I think a lot of people are expecting a big game out of him here tonight.
He's probably looking for a really big game, trying to prove himself after that East game, trying to just redeem himself after a shutdown game by Lakota East.
First shot from the line here for Johnson will fall. She starts 1 of 1 at the line on the day. Finds her first point, looks for the second here. Here's the junior. It is up and it is good. 2 for 2 to start. Lakota West now up by double digits, increasing that lead 18-2 as Barber comes up with the steal there, gets it back to Fox. Fox with the put up, and it is good. 20-2 off the easy 2 points from the freshman Fox.
Fox also having a really good game as Barber steals that one.
Another steal for Barber. Johnson goes up with this one, and she will a 20-point, 22-2 lead as we near the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. Defense continues to be the story for the Firebirds. They lose that one there. It will be Bushranger ball.
This Bushranger team can't really find a way out of this high press for Lakota West.
Lakota West came into today averaging nearly 16.5 turnovers as a bad pass will lead to another one there right off the hands of Millie Evans. We see the senior Anna Wells now out on the floor in place of the junior Lily Johnson. Here on the throw-in, it will be freshman to freshman. Sydney Williams will be kicking it in to Katie Fox.
Let's see if this Lakota West team slows it down here, tries to find a really good open three or a drive to the basket.
Lakota West taking their time up at the top here. It'll be Caitlin Barber with it. She's able to find the freshman Williams. Williams to the line with 2 defenders in her face. Cannot get the 3. Katie Fox on the putback, and that will find the net for 2.
Katie Fox already with 13 points in this game.
Tight double team defense here. The shot will be no good for Montana Burke. It will be Katie Fox coming up with it as a foul will be called in the corner there. It will be a push going against the Bushrangers there. Millie Evans just a bit too physical defense in the corner against Fox there. As we now see Fox will be substituted out in place of Lily Johnson, who just trotted off for Anna Wells moments ago. It'll be Barber with it here to start up at the top. 1:15 remain in the quarter. Wells is able to find Sydney Williams in the corner. Johns with it now, making a move towards the rim. Finds Star Owens. Owens goes up, no good, just spun out. And it will be a turnover for the Bushrangers defense. Here in the drive in, it's Montana Burke. Pass will be intercepted by number 20, Anna Wells for the Firebirds as Williams goes to pounce that one. And that will be off of the leg of a Bushranger. So Sydney Williams' pass attempt, no good, but in a way it is, as the Firebirds will come up with that one.
This Bushrangers team seemed to be relying on that quick transition to get an easy basket. Haven't been working for them as a 3 is drained by a Lakota West Firebird.
Anna Wells in the corner there, finding that triple as West continues to pile this one on. Now 27-2 the score. As we see the drive here, going up, and it will fall for Neem Moylan. Under the 30-second mark here, it'll be Barber to take it up across the floor. Andy Fishman feeding some thoughts to the sophomore as we are inside 15 seconds. West taking their time, running down the clock in this one. Pick set by Owens. To the corner now for Anna Wells. The pass is deflected and out of bounds with 3.9 seconds remaining. It will be a Anna Wells Firebird throw-in.
Well, this Lakota West offense looks a lot better when time is on their side here. They look a lot better and a lot cleaner with passes.
Sydney Williams now off the floor. In place will be Madison Parker with 3.9. Pass in, finds Owens, and it will be a quick turnover there. No shot will be put up before the buzzer. It was no good anyway, but we will take a quick break. 27-4, it has been all Firebirds in the first period, and we'll be right back with another set of 8 minutes when we return in just a few moments. back with more Firebird basketball action here from Lakota West as part of tonight's doubleheader against the visiting Northeast Bushrangers out of Australia in this intercontinental battle right now. It is the girls team up 27-4 as we enter the second period of play. Of course, the guys' varsity teams will be up later tonight around 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Pass up to the wing here finds Jess Freeman. And, of course, the defensive side of the ball is where the Firebirds have been thriving as that one gets lost under the rim there for a moment. The Bushrangers will end up recovering it, and the over-the-head layup there will not fall. Anna Wells will recover the rebound for the Firebirds. And this one will find Madison Parker as the Firebirds take it down.
This Lakota West defense have looked absolutely amazing, not only letting 2 shots go in for this Bushrangers team.
Shot up there from the junior Lily Johnson, and it will go. The lead only increasing so far here in period number 2. The Moylan able to get it there to the corner. Elizabeth Murphy now in the paint. Relatively free shot. Jana Nielsen gets a hand on it, though. And in there for the rebound, it'll be Elizabeth Murphy, foul called. It'll be a Lakota West foul there. It'll be called on number 15, Madison Parker, as that will be the 3rd Firebird foul of the half. Pass in here from Murphy, able to get it to Nicholas there on the wing. Remy Nicholas under the rim, shots up, and an easy 2 points there for Jess Freeman in the paint.
Jess Freeman was a little lost by the Lakota West defense in transition there with that help defense going on under the basket, but haven't been seeing that a lot today.
Here's Lily Johnson able to get it to Anna Wells. Anna Wells for 3, no good. Tip ball out of bounds in favor of the Firebirds. We see a substitution here. It'll be the junior number 14, Kelsey Rolling, now out onto the floor for the Firebirds in place of Madison Parker.
Well, here comes that transition for the Bushrangers.
It goes up and it will fall. An impressive 2 points on a beautiful layup there. We're now looking at a 29-8 point ball game, a now 21-point deficit for the Bushrangers. As Wells will have a wide open 3-point shot from the wing, no good. On the putback, the freshman Nielsen thought she had it for a moment, but it will be Moylan able to come up with that rebound. And that one able to fall for number 21, Jess Freeman, with her 4th points of tonight's contest, the 10th points onto the board for the Bushrangers.
On her way to the ground, falling, somehow puts that one up, finds the net in the basket.
It'll be Barber with it up at the top, pacing the offense, as we will see a whistle blown for here. It'll be a quick timeout, and we'll take a quick timeout with them. We'll be back in just a few moments from Lakota West with the finale of the second period. Back after the break here from Lakota West, the Bushrangers come storming back here in the early part of quarter number 2. We're now sitting with a score of Firebirds 29 and the Bushrangers with 10. Of course, better than the 27-2 score that we left the first period with if you are a Bushrangers fan. So with 5:43 remaining in the second quarter, what are you looking for as far as adjustments go for this Firebirds team?
I think they're doing almost everything perfect. They've got a little lazy on the defensive side in the past few minutes, but after that timeout, I think they'll come out refreshed and ready to go.
The timeout from Andy Fishman will be the first timeout the Firebirds have taken here. We now sit at 4 timeouts apiece as we approach the finale of the first half, as it looks like Nielsen loses that one, and we will see a jump ball coming from the paint. Of course, the possession arrow right now sitting in favor of the Firebirds. That will switch over to Bushranger ball. It'll be Bailiff on the throw in here for the red and white. Bailiff gets it to Fox there. Looked like she thought about the three. Gets it back out to the top. It's Johnson. Now Bailiff. Bailiff with a step back to the three will fall. An impressive step back triple for Bailiff.
Well, you've seen that a couple times this season. Bailiff loves that step back three, and she nails it almost every time.
2-point putback there will not fall. Here's Moylan for three. A bit of contact, no call, as the shot will not go. Bushrangers fighting to maintain possession. Shot is up. The foul will follow. The layup will not. So we'll see 2 shots from the line here for the Bushrangers. It'll be Neem Moylan going to the line for the Northeastern Bushrangers. Currently Moylan on the day, 2 points. First shot up for Moylan, and it will not fall. Still a 32-10 ball game.
Well, if you're the Bushrangers here, you just want to cut down this lead a little bit before halftime. Try to set yourself up good for the next half.
Shot will not fall. 0 of 2 for Moylan from the line. They'll be rolling with this one in the backcourt. Gets it up to Bailiff here. Bailiff with a moment at the top. Here's Johnson making a drive in. Gets stopped there by great defense, but she sinks it anyway. 34-10.
Again, here comes the Bushrangers with that transition defense.
Katie Fox gets it there. She had 3 defenders on her. You can tell they respect her, as that pass will be tipped and out of bounds off the hands of Elizabeth Murphy. We see 2 substitutions here. It'll be Millie Evans out onto the floor for the Bushrangers, along with Montana Burke. Bailiff with it. Bounce pass in here, finds Nielsen. Bounce back into Nielsen in the paint, and it will go. The Firebirds continue to get a run right back and going after they lost a bit of momentum defensively.
Obviously not end this quarter without a statement.
Bailiff coming up with that one. Deep pass here to Johnson on the wing. Johnson now to Fox in the corner. Fox the jumper from 3, just no good. Nielsen gets a hand on it. Fox looked like she came up with it, but she will have a foot out of bounds. So for now, it will stay a 26-point lead for the Firebirds, 36-10 over the Bushrangers. It'll be Burke to start with it. She passes it across to Murphy. Here goes Felicity Camplin, passes it across. Now into the paint, there's Moylan. No good on the 2. It'll be Katie Fox coming up with it. Fox making a drive to the hoop, goes up and knocks down the easy double. It'll be Murphy with it, spinning under the rim, goes up, no good. Bailiff on the rebound. You see this one over to Johnson. Johnson moving in for 2. Shots up, no good. A battle for the rebound there. It'll be Elizabeth Murphy coming up with that one as Fox intercepts her pass down the floor. Fox with a contact there. Will they call it a charge or a block? And it will be a blocking foul on the Bushrangers.
This Lakota West team has been so good in the box defending those Bushrangers, not letting them get anything off.
Onto the floor now, Sydney Williams and Star Owens in place of Rolling in Nielsen. Here's Bailiff with it up at the top. We'll see Katie Fox now on the left side at the wing. Makes a move in, and lots of pressure there from the defense, but she will be called on the travel inside. As we see a quick substitution here, Alyssa Cole will make her way out onto the hardwood for the visiting Bushrangers. See a substitution here as Katie Fox now will head over to the bench for the Firebirds, and the senior Anna Wells will take her place. Pass up here to the top, finds Phillips. Goes Burke with it now. Burke with a pass to the inside. And the two-pointer attempt will not fall. Putback will go there for Molly Moylan. Here we go. Here's Bailiff making a drive. Gets tied up. And we will see a jump ball there. Impressive defense from Montana Burke on the inside.
Got down to the box, and she wasn't having it. Tried to snatch that ball away. Got it tied up, and the post arrow were heading their way.
We'll see to start here. It'll be Burke. She gets tied up by a couple of Firebird defenders as a foul will be called. That foul will be the 5th team foul for the Firebirds. The Bushrangers currently sitting at 6, as the foul will be Lily Johnson's first of tonight's contest. So far in the foul column, the Firebirds 2 fouls away from putting the Bushrangers in the bonus, as that 2 will fall there for Molly Moylan. And the Bushrangers 1 foul away from sending West to the line for a 1-and-1. Bailiff able to get it to Star Owens here with a spin. Loses it for a moment trying to get to the inside. Kicks it right back out to Bailiff. Here goes Bailiff, up for 2. It'll be no good. Not sure if it got a piece of the rim there or not. Off the tight defense, pass down court will not be able to find Molly Moylan, as a quick turnover off the bad pass will benefit Lakota West.
Bailiff and Lily Johnson both have 8 points right here. There are other people delivering on the offensive front.
Bailiff with 8 points in tonight's contest. She comes into today averaging 8 points per game on the season, as rough contact there on the inside sends Lily Johnson and Millie Evans down onto the floor. We'll see here, it is Anna Wells on the throw in. She's able to find fellow senior Star Owens. Now here's Well in the corner for 3, no good. Williams ends up getting boxed out there by Millie Evans, who fights for the rebound. 38-14, the pass across the floor. Into the corner will be tipped by Sydney Williams and out of bounds.
This Lakota West team has been dominating pressure on this Bushrangers team, not letting them get any points easily.
Shot is up there, jumper for 2, no good for Indiana Phillips, as it'll be Bailiff to come up with it. Foul will be called there. And we will see the Firebirds march on over toward the line. That 7th team foul will put them into the bonus. So we will see a 1-and-1. It'll be Bailiff, the freshman, at the line. Bailiff looking for point number 9. It is up and it will fall. She will take a second shot.
She has the opportunity to put this Lakota West team before the half up to 40 points.
Seems like these Firebirds, you know, when they're out here and they're doing really well, they're doing really well. But in games where they're not doing really well, they really struggle. So this first half, a huge momentum boost for them heading into the locker room, as we will see Fox back out onto the floor in place of the senior Anna Wells.
Well, whenever they're up, they feel comfortable and daring.
See that pass there will be tipped and out of bounds. That was Indiana Phillips who got a hand on it. 40-14 here, as Anna Wells will once again make her way out on the floor, this time in place of Caroline Bailiff. Inside the final minute now. It'll be Fox with it to start for the Firebirds, taking it down the floor. Able to find Owens on the wing, tight defense there. Montana Burke on the tight coverage. Owens with the putback off the rebound, and she will be fouled on her way up. It'll be the 8th foul of the half. It will be called on Montana Burke. Owens here from the line, looking for her first point of the ball game. It will be up, and it is good. She has a chance for point number 2 on the way. Here's Owens, and she will start 2 of 2 from the line. 2 points in her score column for today. Johnson on the tight defense there. Throw to the inside. Now a triple team in the paint as the Bushrangers struggle to keep up with the Firebirds defensively there, as a foul will be called there on Lakota West. That'll be Anna Wells called on the defensive foul. To the line now here will be Indiana Phillips taking 2 shots for the Bushrangers. First shot is up and good. 42 to 15-point ball game as we near the 30-second mark. As we can see NOL subbed off there for the freshman Bailiff.
If you're going into this halftime locker room as Andy Fishman, you're pretty happy with this first half performance.
That shot no good. Looks like it'll be called a rim violation. Not sure if he got a piece of the iron there or not. We will see the bounce pass in there to Katie Fox. It'll be Johnson and Fox in the backcourt to start, as we are now officially under 30 seconds to half.
They're going to try to milk this clock out. Try to use as much time to send them into this half.
Currently stands 42 to 15. A triple would make it a 30-point ball game. You got to wonder if they get aggressive, as here's Fox from the wing. The three-pointer, no good. Sydney Williams thought she had it for a moment, as the Bushrangers will lose that one, and it goes right back to the red and white with 3.3 remaining in the half. Freshman Williams here finds Owens. Owens up to Fox. Into the corner now, back to Williams, who will not hit the rim on the 3. So we will head into the locker rooms. Your Firebirds 42, the Northeast Bushrangers 15, in what has been a contest that has gone only in the Firebirds' way. We'll take a moment. We'll be right back in about 10 minutes with half number 2. And we are back after the half here at Lakota West. Currently your Lakota West Firebirds over the Northeast Bushrangers, 42-15, as we enter the third quarter of play as part of tonight's doubleheader against these Northeastern Bushrangers. Of course, the varsity boys will be squaring up tonight around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we thank all of our Australian viewers who have tuned in to support their team here as Katie Fox goes up and knocks down 2 on the easy layup to get action started in the second half of play. You see the pass there to the inside, and an easy 2 points for Jess Freeman. We thank you for tuning in to this Lakota West student broadcast. As always, I'm Nick Johnson here with Noah Bramble alongside to take you through tonight's doubleheader. We will also be on the guys' game later tonight. But Noah, taking a look at that first half of action, what jumps out to you on that stat sheet about these Firebirds?
Well, Lakota West was dominant on the offensive front. Obviously, with Katie Fox's 15 points in the first jumps out to you, obviously. But I think we're going to see a lot of the same from Lakota West.
We see the foul called there on the inside. Taking a look at Katie Fox, you mentioned she has 15 points coming out of the locker room there. She averages 11.3 on the season heading into today. Of course, the assists, too. She's second in the GMC with 3.6 assists there. And we've seen her with a couple of those earlier on in the first half. See this one pass to the inside, 2-point attempt, up and no good. And on the shot there, it was Felicity Camplin. Rebound will be taken by the freshman, and here's Caroline Bailiff taking it down now for the Firebirds with their time up at the top. And now to Fox here. She makes her way in. Madison Parker with it now. Here's Johnson with the wide open lane as the the shot will be tipped and a foul will be called on the inside.
Well, this Bushrangers team has looked a little bit different on the offensive point. They've been trying to dominate that under the hoop a little bit more and a little faster than in the first.
We'll see here. It's the junior Lily Johnson from the line. She'll take 2 off the shooting foul. First shot will not go. It'll be a 44-17 game with a second shot still on the way. Here it goes Johnson, and she is 1 of 2 on the line to start the half. Now a 45-point day for the Firebirds. Murphy with the pass to the corner. She recovers it there under the rim. Shot no good. The putback there will also not fall for Jess Freeman. Now here's Nee Moylan with it, making her way under the rim. That is no good. And Jada Nielsen will come up with it for the Firebirds before she loses it, trying to get it to Madison Parker. Passes out to the wing there. Jess Freeman now out to the wing. The three-pointer, no good for Elizabeth Murphy. As Bailiff finally able to come up with it for the Firebirds, it will be a jump ball. But if you take a look at the possession arrow, the Bushrangers will still have it, as we've seen a lot of tight competition inside that paint over the last minute.
A lot of physical play by the Lakota West defense, relying on each other heavily, and it's been working for the Lakota West Firebirds.
That'll be Murphy who kicks it to Moylan there. Now out to the wing for 3, and that'll be Remy Nicholas, no good on the 3-point attempt, as Katie Fox has a chance for a break there, but she will slow it on down. Here's Lily Johnson, a wide open look now to the inside, and she has the 2, a 30-point Firebirds lead. Johnson with the press defense here early on in the third. It'll be Freeman able to get it up to the wing there. Here's Moylan. The shot will hit off the front of the iron, but there will be a foul called prior as we see the second team foul for the Firebirds. Moylan so far in the day, 2 points, 2 fouls. Had prior shots from the line, no good. Her last time from the line here, first shot, no good. So go 1 of 4. Here's Moylan again. Looks to make it a 29-point deficit for the Bushrangers. Shot is up, and it is good. She gets her first free throw to fall there. She is now up to a 3-point day, as it'll be Bailiff here to start for the Firebirds. Bailiff now with time up at the top. She bounces it there, but it will be a turnover. Careless ball handling there from the freshman Bailiff.
Just gave her too much time up the top. They were trying to set some pick and roll play, but got in her head and just a little bit too long.
Pass tip there, and it'll be into the hands of Madison Parker for the Firebirds as she takes it down now. Here goes Katie Fox with it on the wing, and she will take it right back up to the top, slows the play down. Fox still with it there up the top. Slows up, gets it to the inside. Here's a wide open look for Johnson for three. A tall jumper will not fall, and it'll be Indiana Phillips with the rebound for the Bushrangers. Quick on the break is Remy Nicholas there before double team defense catches up with her, and Madison Parker will come up with the steal. There's the pass there to Johnson off the foot of Caitlin Barber as she goes down to the floor there, but it'll be Bailiff with it up at the top looking to restart things for this offense. It'll be Fox making a drive in. She goes up, shot no good, foul on the way.
Went in there strong, but didn't end up with the result she wanted and won. But she's going to have 2 shots right here.
Fox on the night so far, 2 of 3. The team as a whole, 8 of 9 on their free throws. As the first one for Fox will fall there. We do have 2 substitutions here. It will be Millie Evans making her way out onto the floor, as well as Montana Burke. Here goes Fox for shot number 2, and she is 4 of 5 on the night, increasing her point total. She now sits at 19, nearing that 20-point mark as the line drive pass will be taken out of midair by Bailiff.
They keep trying that deep ball, but there's nothing there. There's always a Lakota West Firebird guarding it.
There's Katie Fox calling for a play up to Madison Parker now at the top. From the wing. Pass in. Bailiff from the free throw line. Jumper no good, and it will be rebounded by Indiana Phillips for the Bushrangers. Pass in there. It will go out of bounds, and it will again find the hands of a Firebird as it will be out on the Bushrangers. What can you say about this defense? They've been pretty dominant all night long, especially coming out of half. They haven't really let much up. I mean, what are you seeing from them here tonight that's been so special?
Well, they're not letting anything get behind them. They're not letting anybody get lost while they're defending, and if they do, it's a fast closeout to resist that shot.
You've got a quick timeout here. It'll be the called timeout for the Firebirds. We're going to take a quick step aside. We'll be right back in about 20 seconds. And we are back from Lakota West after the quick break there. Indy Fishman and the Firebirds taking their second time out of the ball game with 3 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in period number 3. Your Lakota West Firebirds continue to dominate in the scoreboard. 49-18 will be your score as we approach the latter moments of tonight's ball game. As always, thank you for tuning in to this Lakota West student broadcast. I'm Nick Johnson, Noah Bramble alongside here. And Noah, we've seen a dominant performance from these Firebirds all night long.
They have not been laying down on that offensive front and been absolutely dominant on that defensive front, not letting anything get past them.
We'll see Nielsen with it up at the top. Pass will be taken away. That is Alyssa Cole on the turnover for the Bushrangers as she loses it for a moment there. Katie Fox looked like she might have got a hand on it while it was down on the floor as the 2-pointer will fall for Indiana Phillips. Bushrangers right back on it.
This Lakota West team's trying to slow it down, trying to find other players for an easy shot. Here goes Katie Fox.
We see a whole new look getting ready for Lakota West. In the meantime, here's the bounce pass, able to find Nielsen. She loses it out of bounds. It will still be Firebird ball. We're taking a look at the new 5. It's Anna Wells, Kelsey Rolling, Star Owens, Caitlin Barber, and Sydney Williams making their way to the hardwood for the Firebirds.
Well, that's something you don't see often. All 5 on, all 5 off.
See the pass here, able to find Star Owens with a relatively open look there on the wing. Kicks it up to the freshman, Sydney Williams, right back up at the top of the floor. One's over to Barber, now to the senior Wells on the wing. Ball movement continues up at the top for the Firebirds. It'll be rolling with it now to Owens at the top. Looked like she might have had an open look there. Will not shoot. Now here's Sydney Williams wide open from 3. Still no shot from the Firebirds as they continue to run this clock.
They might just hold this ball all the way to the end of the period.
Now we've seen a couple of open looks. I mean, especially Sydney Williams, who's been pretty solid this year from beyond the arc. I mean, surprised she didn't opt to take that shot. We'll see her with it here. 144 as she gets it right back to Wells.
Obviously no shot clock here in high school ball. That's why they're trying to run this clock out as much as possible, going into 1 minute of possession.
Barber now gets it back over to Wells on the right side. Poke attempt there from Alyssa Cole. Now over to Owens there. Here's Barber. The West fans loving what they're seeing. Great ball movement so far on the offensive side as Barber gets it to Williams in the corner. The corner 3 will fall, so how much time was that? But it ends up turning out to be worth it. A 3-pointer will fall for the freshman.
Minute 30 to set up 1-3.
As we see, quick 2 there will not fall. And the putback will also not fall. Star Owens there to come up with the rebound. Noah, I think it's because they didn't take long enough.
They could have got 5.
We'll see Sydney Williams starting with it up at the top of the floor for the Firebirds. She kicks it over to Star Owens. Now up to Williams. Ball movement continues inside the final 30 seconds of play in the third period. It is a 32-point ball game here at Lakota West. The Firebirds on top 52-20. Owens continues to handle it as we hit the 15-second mark. Here's Wells. Wells, she loses it for a moment into the backcourt. Now she dives on it. Will we see a jump ball? We will. But guess who has the possession arrow? It's right back into the hands of the Firebirds.
6 seconds to go on the clock here. Let's see if Lakota West decides to just keep the ball or try to take a shot. Why not?
It'll be Williams, the deep pass there, able to find Wells. Wells goes up, and she has 2 points, 54-20. As the clock runs out here, there's the buzzer. No shot gets off as we see the whistle there, but I believe we will end the third period, and there we go. So 8 minutes remaining. The Firebirds currently up 34 points, 54-20. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with the end of the ball game right after this. Back with the final 8 minutes of competition here at Lakota West. As it stands on the scoreboard now, it's the Firebirds 54 and the visiting Northeast Bushrangers 20 in this intercontinental battle here in Westchester. As we see the girls trot back off their last few possessions of the third quarter there, they were just holding on to the ball, running down that clock. And as you can see down there on the floor, we got some of the guys filtering in for the varsity matchup just a few moments away as part of this double header here on Lakota West Student Broadcasting. I'm Nick Johnson alongside Noah Bramble. And Noah, we got a fun 8 minutes here. The Firebirds on top big in this intercontinental matchup.
Well, Lakota West is going to try to, as we saw in the end of that third quarter, they're going to try to run this clock down, finish up this game, and hand it off to the boys.
So place your bets now. It's Williams with it up at the top. She will be fouled. But how long do you think they're going to hold on to it up in the offensive part of the court this time?
I'm going to guess 2:30.
2:30, that's...
They got 1:30 before.
We'll see if they can do it again here. Throw in, we'll find Star Owens this time in the backcourt. 7:35 on the floor. Can we get a stopwatch here? I think that's what we're trying to set up here behind the scenes. Anna Wells, bounce pass, finds the inside. Kelsey Rolling loses it, but recovers. She's in double team, she loses it, and it will be called a reach in there on the Bushrangers. Foul will be called on Jess Freeman. That'll be the fourth Bushranger foul of the foul of the half. You notice 4 fouls up there for the Bushrangers, 2 fouls up there for the Firebirds. Not a lot of fouls because not a lot of time. And that will be 2 points for Sydney Williams. A 36-point, 56-20 ball game as Williams continues to come alive here in the later half of tonight's ball game. You saw the triple just a few moments before we headed into the fourth, and now she has 2 more there to make it 5. Barber coming up with the steal there, finding Williams in the corner. She does it for a moment, and it will be out in favor of the Northeast Bushrangers. To start with it here, it's Elizabeth Murphy in the backcourt for the Bushrangers, taking it up. Here's Camplin, now Moylan over there. At the top, it's Murphy. Throw in, finds Moylan. Shot is up, no good. Will be called back due to a travel. Wells here in the throw in. We do have a stopwatch at the waiting. So with Barber taking that pass, it has started. Gotta wonder how much time gets ticked off that clock here as we near the 6-minute mark. West just waiting for a good look to take advantage. Pass in there, gets it to Star Owens. She goes up, no good, but she will be fouled. Only a 20-second possession there. They didn't take as much time off the running clock there. But Owens will go to the line looking to increase this Lakota West lead. Called on the foul there, it is Nee Moylan. That'll be her 3rd personal foul there and the 5th team foul for these Bushrangers in the second half of play. Saw Owens from the line earlier, 2 of 2. She starts here 3 of 3 with 1 left. 5:35 on that clock. You'll notice it will be running due to the fact that West is up by more than 35 points as we see multiple substitutions on the floor here. Owens now under 5:20 with the running clock. Shot is up and near perfect on the day. 75%, does not come up with the last one. To start here, it's Molly Moylan. Pass it off there, able to find Millie Evans. Now in the corner. Pass there to Phillips, no good. The Bushrangers are able to keep that one there as we see the pass to the inside. And that will be a foul called on the interior.
Well, even as this game is winding down, Lakota West is still playing dominant defense, making sure everybody's covered.
Caitlin Barber called on the foul there. Her first in tonight's ball game. West will now sit at 3 in the foul column. Passing there gets to Cole. See the Bushrangers taking time to own on this possession. To the inside now. Looks like she will face a little bit of contact there as Indiana Phillips goes down. A foul will be called. Now the 4th foul in the column for the Firebirds, as that will be their 2nd on this possession. pass in there. Bushrangers continue to take time here. Here's Cole, goes up, and she will find 2 points for the Bushrangers, 57-22, as we officially hit the 4-minute mark. The stopwatch has started up here in the booth.
Lakota West is going to try to either milk this clock out, or they're going to try to find the right play.
Ball goes out of bounds, but it will stay in favor of Lakota West. They do have the possession arrow as well in case of any tie-ups. Clock continuing to run here. We'll start with Barber. Barber makes a move toward the inside. Now Wells in the corner, no shot. Back up to the junior Rolling. Wells able to find Madison Parker, who makes her return to the floor. Now back up to Star Owens. Here's Wells with it, making a drive to the inside, pass to Barber, and she will lose it there. A turnover finds Molly Moylan. Nearly a minute off the clock there on that possession, as the breakaway points will be no good for the Bushrangers. It'll be Caitlin Barber, the sophomore, coming up with that one inside 3 minutes. See Parker getting it up to Owens here at the top. G. Parker nearly hold that ball there for a moment. You can really tell they're just trying to run this clock and get out of here.
This Lakota West offense hasn't looked like they have before. Wide open three look there, but yet again, they're not going to shoot it.
Here's Wells on the wing now. Near reach in there for the Bushrangers. Looked like Millie Evans got aggressive trying to turn over that ball. 45 seconds now are what we are at on this possession. An update for those of you at home who are not keeping time of your own. As we see Owens gets it back out here, finds Wells inside the 2-minute. We have officially hit the 1-minute mark. Rolling with the bounce pass to the inside. Here's Wells, gets it tied up for a moment, out of bounds. West stays with it. Of course, there is still that running clock, so even though the ball is out of bounds, time still being ran off as we near a minute and a half as Wells prepares to throw this one in. Completely new look on the floor for the Bushrangers. No changes for the Firebirds. Pass in, able to find Star Owens. Owens goes up and is no good. Nee Moylan with the rebound. 1 minute, 35 seconds taken off the clock there by the Firebirds on that offensive possession. They do not come up with points, as the putback there will fall for Murphy and the Bushrangers. We now sit at a 57-24 point ball game as we see the Bushrangers boys start to walk out of that tunnel. Of course, we encourage you all to stay here for the boys varsity matchup in about 20 minutes after the conclusion of tonight's game, which we are now in the final minute of. Here's Parker, the bouncer over to Rolling. Rolling goes up, no good on that attempt.
Lakota West at this point is just trying to get some players that usually don't play, get some time as a long three.
That'll be no good from Elizabeth Murphy, as that will be called out of bounds, and it will be Bushranger basketball. Clock continues to run now inside 25 seconds. We're going to go ahead and start wrapping this one up here from Lakota West. So dominant victory for the girls Firebirds as that one goes out of bounds. Like we said, we encourage you all to stick around here about 20 minutes. Boys varsity will be tipping off in this doubleheader. I've been Nick Johnson. Alongside me is Noah Bramble. We'll be right back in the booth with the coverage of tonight's guys game. We thank you for tuning in to this Lakota West student broadcast as the shot will fall there. Your final from Lakota West, the Firebirds 57 and the visiting Northeast Bushrangers 26. We thank you all for tuning in, and as always, go Firebirds.